My Aunt is a Hurricane, a graphic novel designed to help 10-year-old girls understand Manic Depressive Illness by Jean E.R. Straub. For Albert W. Straub, you rock. My aunt is a hurricane. Well, she's not really a hurricane, but you do know when she arrives. She comes through the kitchen like a comet. My aunt's doctor says it is her brain. My aunt's brain is bipolar. If brains were planets, a regular brain would look like this. My aunt's brain, it is almost like she has just the two poles, the north and the south. With medication, she can have an almost regular brain. But the medication doesn't always work. Usually she is either on top of the world or she is at the very, very bottom. When she is happy, she can be very productive. She can do a lot of things at once. She's very, very smart. She is also very creative. But she's not very good with money. She spends too much sometimes, and then my mom and dad take her back to the store to return stuff. That's okay, because she didn't really want any of it. My dad says this has been going on for a long time. Brains like my aunt's being inserted into heads, and other people with brains like my aunt's have been very productive too. Some are famous. But when my aunt is unhappy, she can't move. She can't get up out of bed or read or talk. She doesn't look good, and everything looks ugly to her. She cries a lot. Sometimes she even feels like she would like to be dead. She knows to call my dad when that happens. My dad loves my aunt very much. He always has, ever since she was an itty-bitty baby. My mom says my aunt can do no wrong with my dad. Her hurricane brain is okay with him. She wasn't always a hurricane, but she was never like regular people. She was mostly sad when she was little. She cried so much in kindergarten that they had to send her to the doctor. One day, when she was 21, she started rearranging the furniture at 3 a.m. She couldn't get it right, so she kept moving furniture. She felt like she was painting instead of moving furniture. That's what she said, that she was painting on a canvas. She lost a lot of weight moving the furniture all the time like that, but she wasn't eating either. She stopped eating because she was so happy she didn't need to eat. One day, she stopped moving furniture long enough to walk 60 miles. After she was done walking 60 miles, she collapsed. She cried for 3 months. She had to check into the hospital to be able to stop crying. At the hospital, they gave my aunt medicine. The right medicine can help fix my aunt's brain. But not always. Most of the time, having a hurricane around is okay, though. She has a lot of energy and is very spontaneous. Sometimes, though, even when she is happy, it is a problem. She gets too happy. She can be annoying then, because you would think she has lightning trapped in her body. When she has lightning trapped in her body, she grates on people. Once when she was too happy, God talked to her. She was driving home from work. God was on the radio. God wasn't really on the radio. My aunt just thought so. Anyway, she kept driving and driving and driving and driving. She drove all night, and she drove all the next day. She drove all the way to Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is very far away. If you look at a map, my dad had to fly there to bring her home. The people at her job all had regular brains. They did not understand why she had to drive to Nova Scotia. She didn't tell them about God and the radio. She had to live with us for a really, really long time after that. My aunt's brain is inherited. Other people in my family had the same brain. She got it from them. In the future, doctors will be able to fix my aunt's brain, or at least help other people who get a brain like my aunt's. My dad says if doctors fixed my aunt's brain, then she would not be his sister anymore. She would not be a hurricane. She would not come through the kitchen like a comet. That's what makes my aunt my aunt. My aunt is a hurricane, and we love our hurricane.